This is lecture number 4, Alexander the Great and his Empire. Woohoo! So you've probably heard the name Alexander the Great, but maybe you don't know exactly who he was or where he lived, what he did, etc. Yes, well, let's get to all that now. First of all, he wasn't from Greece. He was from a neighboring kingdom called Macedonia on the Balkan Peninsula. Ugh, where the heck is that? Balkan Peninsula? Yeah, I know what most of you are thinking right now. Macedonia is across from Greece. People, do you know where that is? Let's look on a map. Think about Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, Slovenia, Albania, Montenegro, Kosovo, the former Yugoslavia. Listen, there you have it, people. So when you hear the term Balkan states, those are the countries they're referring to. And don't get confused, see, you may have also heard the term Baltic states. Not the same place at all. Those are places way north of the Balkans, places like Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, etc. So pick up a map, please, people, and take a look. Okay, so back to Alexander the Great. His dad was Philip II from Macedonia, and the Macedonians had strong kings and a very powerful army. But they were usually considered pretty backward by the Greeks in terms of their culture. Yeah, so there was some snob factor going on for the Greeks and how they felt about the Macedonians. Well, anyway, Philip became king at age 23 and immediately proved himself on the battlefield and as a politician. He utilized a battle formation style called the phalanx, borrowed from the Greeks, yes, and he perfected it. He also used horse-mounted troops called cavalries to crush his opponents. So yeah, Philip took advantage of the weak Greek city-states following the Peloponnesian War, and he soundly defeated them. He was stabbed to death by one of his former guards. I know, right? Anyway, his son, Alexander, took over. So, okay, Alexander owes a lot of his success to his dad, Philip, for providing him a firm foundation for future world conquest. So go home and thank mommy and daddy for their love and care because, we're just trying to mold you into productive, happy, and successful human beings. Even if you don't go out and conquer the world, and even if you end up flipping burgers, which there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, for the rest of your life, we still love you and your endless potential. But back to Alexander and his dad. So yes, Alexander loved everything Greek, and he became ruler of Macedonia. He was even known to keep a copy of Homer's Iliad under his pillow. So yes, he liked to read adventure stories, just like all of you like to read Twilight and Harry Potter. Woohoo! Who knows, maybe the Iliad was a tween novel back then. But it did help him develop a dream, namely, to attack the Persian Empire, which he did, and he gained control over Anatolia, or part of what we now refer to as Turkey. He then went on to conquer Egypt and the surrounding lands, as well as much of what we now call the Middle East. Alexander even managed to get as far as the Indus Valley in what was then India. His main problem? See, Alexander loved expanding his empire, but he wasn't so great at actually ruling it. He simply expanded way too quickly, and eventually he just couldn't hold on to it all. Yeah, and then he got a fever and he died at age 32. Rough, right? Poor Alexander and lack of modern medicine, but hey, we remember the guy. So why do we remember Alexander the Great? What is this continued legacy of his? Well, as a result of his expansion, we're going to see mass cultural diffusion. The Greeks ended up adopting many ideas from the Middle East, and even today, that part of the world, including Greece, Turkey, and the Balkans, they really embody a variety of cultural characteristics. Turkey, Greece, and the Balkans really serve as a crossroads between East and West even today. All right, that was probably my shortest lecture yet. Thanks for listening, and hope you remember Alexander the Great. Bye.